Guys, David with the Philippine American couple story. This is going to be part 2 in these little series I'm going to do on our trip to the Philippines and my tips and things that I've learned and that I thought I'd share with all of you guys. This one's going to be about money. How much money, do you need to take on your trip? What's the best way to handle your money? Things of the nature. So here's some of my experiences. It may not be for everybody, but this is kind of what we did. So the first thing was, of course, we bought our airline tickets, and I always like to use a credit card that gives me miles or points or something, and then just pay it and get any benefits I can. The other thing that allows me to do is if there's a dispute, then my credit card company will help fight with me with the airlines or the booking agent or anybody like that. So I think that's important to manage things like that. Now, going overseas, if you haven't done this before, it's very vital that you call your credit card companies and tell them that you're going overseas and where you're going and when you're going. Otherwise, you can't use your credit card, period. It'll be declined because your credit card company doesn't know that you'll be purchasing anything in the Philippines. So part of what we do, and I've done this in previous times, is I take 2 credit cards. I take my Discover, which I love, and I take a Visa from my bank that I have. But I call both of them and I tell them. That way I have 2 forms of payment, not including the cash that I take with. Now, you tell them, hey, here's what we're going to do, blah, 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 and they're all good at that. Visa is accepted just about everywhere in the Philippines. Discover is almost accepted everywhere. I prefer the Discover, but it's not accepted 100% of the places. Most Visas are 99% of the places that accept credit cards. A lot of places in the Philippines don't accept credit cards. And the reason I like to use credit cards in the Philippines is, one, I'm greedy, I get points, and I like that. But 2, if the hotel, the restaurant, the store, if somebody pulls a fast one on me, then Discover card will fight for me. I can challenge it and they'll get my money back or whatever. If somebody tries to rip me off, well, I don't got to worry about it. Discover will take care of it, and I like that. Now, that doesn't mean that I use it everywhere. I'm selective, and so I try to mitigate my risk with my credit cards. So if it's a reputable place, a nice restaurant, I use it. If it's a mom and pop shop, I just pay cash because I don't want mom and pop to have my credit card information. I'd rather have a legitimate business have it, because then it's easier to dispute. Easier for Discover to dispute, because Discover will take care of us no matter what. So, and Visa will too. So that's what I do. But I take cash, and remember, I think it's 10,000 bucks. You don't have to declare if you have $10,000 or less on your flight to take with you into the Philippines or coming back. Now, $10,000 is a gigantic amount of money in the Philippines, guys. Don't even take anything near that. That's just stupid to take that kind of money. I think, gosh, for the 2.5 weeks we were there, I don't know, we may have spent $1,000 but we ate out a lot. We went shopping. We bought gifts for people. We took tours. We did a lot, and I don't even think we spent that much money. I haven't done the exact numbers yet. So keep this in mind. Take some cash with you, but balance between your card and cash. Now, the other thing you got to do is exchange your money from US dollars to pesos. You can do this at the airport, but here's what I recommend. When you land at the airport, just get enough to pay your taxi or your driver. We got lucky enough that we had some friends there that have a really good relationship with a professional driver and a private car. And so we hired them for the most part while we were there, and that turned out really well. It was no more expensive than taking taxis everywhere. We actually just liked it better because we got to know them and they knew us and we could trust them and we didn't have any worries. But get yourself enough pesos to make it through. You're going to find usually a better rate exchange at like the mall or at the bank or maybe even your hotel. Our hotel was not as good. We stayed at the Bai Hotel in Cebu, which was a very nice 4-star luxury hotel. Wasn't very expensive comparatively to what you would pay in America. So we stayed there, and of course I booked that on my Discover. Now, and then what I would do is get your exchange, get you some pesos, and make sure you get some change, instead of just $1,000 peso bills, which is about $20. Just don't get a bunch of those. Get some smaller ones, because you'll need those to pay the taxi, because the taxi may only cost you a couple hundred pesos to go to the mall, to your hotel, or to wherever, which is only a couple of dollars, So you need to have some smaller change. Part of the logic in this is, one, you keep your bigger money hid, you keep your U.S. money hid, and you don't flash money anywhere. In the malls, in the restaurants, anywhere. Don't do that. Don't flash money. You get small money and you pay the taxi driver with the little money. So, that way he doesn't know how much money you have. All right? Real simple, basic. I always recommend with money and when you're traveling, and we travel a lot, and I have over the years a lot of places, I never carry my wallet in my back pocket. I always carry it in my front pocket. That way, no, it's much, much more difficult for somebody to pickpocket me. And then, of course, you never know which front pocket's in, or where it's really going to be, or if I'm going to carry any money in it or not. So that's kind of what I do. I just kind of try to play safe and mix it up. And there's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of these really cool devices or holders that you can wear around your neck now that hang high on your shirt that you can hide things in, which is really cool. Once you kind of get some pesos and going, and it's not hard to make money, to spend money there. Most legitimate places aren't going to try to hustle you and rip you off. So if you go to the little Jollibee, the price is right there on the menu, how much it is, how many pesos, you pay your pesos, you get your change, it's all right, it's just like in America. You don't have to fear that somebody's going to be always trying to scam you. Now, if you're out and about and you're at this little, I hate to pick out mom and pop, but what we call mom and pop places in the United States, if you're at this out and about, way out, and they're selling, drinks, and if you're not careful, they may not give you the correct change back if you're not paying attention and understanding your peso values. So, just be aware of that. But most places, you don't have that worry. All right. Like I was saying, we don't really worry in the Philippines too much. We never spend as much money as we think we have. Now, we're married and we're a couple, and we go on vacation and we go to enjoy family and friends. We have a lot of friends there, and my wife enjoys being with that. So we do a lot of that. If you're going over there to party and to drink and to pick up girls, I don't know what to tell you, man. One, you're an idiot. Sorry. But you're going to probably waste and lose a lot of your money. But if you're doing the right things, money will last you. You're going to have a fabulous time, eat wonderful food, buy really cool clothes and outfits and gifts for people that we do and did and really enjoyed the Philippines. So my recommendation is just be smart with your money. Try to always, all right, a couple other little things. Always hold some money back. Hide it in your wallet and keep it back for emergencies. And I mean 100 or a couple $100 in the U.S. And keep that money there. Now the other thing to remember, depending on how you bought your airline ticket, you may have to pay a terminal fee to get out of the airport in the Philippines. The interesting thing is when we bought our tickets, my wife's ticket, when we left, we had to pay a terminal fee. My ticket had the terminal fee included, so I didn't have to pay a terminal fee. So it was kind of weird. But I think the terminal fee, it's under $20. I don't remember exactly what it is. It wasn't horrible, but don't be surprised if they say, oh, you got to pay this terminal fee as you check into your flight to get out or to get out of your plane. Not unusual. Now, luckily, If you're on Korean Air, for instance, if you want to, the food there is free, and you can drink a couple beers and drink your wine for free on that plane. So, all right. So that's a little bit about money. If you have any other thoughts or questions about that, or if I made a horrible financial mistake for you, just feel free to comment and let us know. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. That will make my wife very happy, which makes me happy. All right, guys, it's good talking with you. I'll follow up and we'll chit-chat in a little bit. Thank you. Bye-bye.